workshop is being recorded. It is going to be recorded and we will have it posted on our Richland County YouTube channel. So if there's something that you may have missed, you can go back later on and watch again. So with that being said, welcome to everybody. I want to thank the OSBO staff for putting this workshop together. I want to thank the library, in partnership with the library. I want to thank them for coming along and partnering with us. I want to say a special thank you to Rashonda and Shanice Clakley and Anjanette Dunbar. Those are our moderators for today. I see Shanice is on, looking all nice and bright. Hey, Shanice, welcome. So I'm not going to take up much time. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Ms. Anjanette Dunbar, who's going to talk to us about the seed grant. Again, like I said, make sure you put your questions into the chat box. We want you to keep your cameras on, but make sure your microphone is muted. Go ahead, Anjanette.
Okay, I think I'm sharing my screen. Are you able to see the eligibility requirements? Okay. So good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Anjanette Dunbar. I'm the program coordinator here at the OSBO office. I'm going to run through briefly some of the eligibility requirements for this particular grant, the Seeds to Engage Small Business Seed Grant. So your business must be a for-profit business physically located here in Richland County. Your business must have been active at least 6 months, been in business 6 months. You have 10 or fewer employees. Requirements, you must have a DUNS number if rewarded the grant, and your DUNS needs to be registered into the SAM database. Your business must submit all required supporting documentation. You must cooperate with any appropriate officials for auditing purposes. Eligibility requirements. So you are ineligible if no owner, officer, partner, or principal actor of your business have been convicted of a felony conviction of financial mismanagement within the last 3 years, including someone serving prison time, on parole, or probation. Your business must not be publicly traded, partially owned by a hedge fund or corporate franchise. Your business does not have any county, federal, state tax liens or any unpaid code enforcements. Your business must not be in bankruptcy. Your business can demonstrate a retention or creation of at least one full-time equivalent employment opportunity for low to moderate income resident here in Richland County. So this is one of the things that have a lot of questions, the LMI component to our grants. You must meet the HUD requirements, business owners, current household of at or below 80% of the Richland County medium income adjustment, or the business intends to retain or create one full-time position, permanent to low to moderate income job. So what that means is if the owner deems him or herself as the LMI component to this grant, the owner cannot exceed, if it's one person in the household, $40,400. So that list is posted. And I'll also make sure that the HUD eligibility requirements are also on our website. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact the office. But the position can be the owner and or a position created. So if you're the owner and your income exceeds the income guidelines, wherever your household may fall, if you create a position, for instance, if you create an administrative assistant or clerical, janitorial, whatever the case may be, that position needs to have 37.5 hours a week, and that household needs to meet the 80% limits under HUD guidelines. And if that person is a mom with 2 children in the household and it's just the 3 of them, that person's income cannot exceed $51,950 according to the HUD guidelines chart that we have listed. So that's one of the concerns that we had. The application process, required documents that's going to be needed for this: a completed application. The application will be online via Zoom, the Neighborly application, you must have a Richland County business license. If you don't have a business license, like if you have a City of Columbia, you were not required to have a Richland County business license, you can complete a Richland County business license assessment survey and bring it down to the county offices where you would get your business license and have them complete the back of the form and submit that form and your current business license. That could be a workaround. If you have any questions, please contact the office. You must have a current business plan. And for this particular grant, you must have a pitch. We're doing a 5-minute pitch presentation. So that's why we're doing this grant, this workshop today. You must provide your 2020 business taxes or your personal taxes, all pages, and make sure they're signed and completed on the back. Your annual financial statement, if applicable. If you have a seasonal business, your quarterly or monthly profit and loss statements covering the time period from June to November 2021. Other required documents, if you have a commercial space, we need the lease for that, just to prove that you're in business. If you work out of your home, a copy of your home lease to designate that you have your business within your home. If you are certifying as the low to moderate income person for your business, there's a self-certification that you need to complete. If you're certifying a retained position, there's a form that you'll fill out for that as well. You must have a completed W-9. Again, you need to have your DUNS number. If you don't have one, please go ahead and start the process. And your DUNS need to be registered with NSAM. And those are some of the also required documents. If after the application has been submitted and the grants office is seeking additional information, you may be required to submit supporting documentation that could include 6 months of your bank statements or a list of your payroll. And this is for auditing purposes. And for that, I'm going to turn it back over to the team. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm also going to post in the chat information pertaining to the grant overview. It is posted on YouTube. I will drop the link into the chat box. So feel free to go and take your time and watch and listen to all the information that's provided in that. That's going to help you with your application process. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Anjanette. So now the real reason why we're here is to learn about how to perfectly pitch your business. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to our colorful, beautiful young ladies, Ms. Rashonda and Shanice Clakeley. Shanice, I think you're up first. Go ahead and take it away.
Before Shanice jumps on, I want to say, Shanice, before you get started, I just want to say, this is so exciting to see all these entrepreneurs in here. This is exciting to see all the people who are taking their time. Hello, everybody that are taking their time to invest in this. And again, I want to just, before Shanice gets started, I just want to encourage everybody, if you have questions or if you have comments or you need us to clarify something, this is the time to do it. Don't leave this space and then go to Google, try to figure something out. Okay, we're your Google today. So if you have any questions about the grant or you need something clarified, please make sure to ask OSBO that, or pitching or anything of that. Shanice and I are here to do this. So it's my pleasure to share this virtual stage with someone who is one smart cookie. I look for an opportunity to say that every time because that's the name of her business. Shanice Clakeley, who's going to talk about her experience of pitching for and being a part of a pitch competition and best practices for you. Shanice, take it away.
Thank you. So she looks for every opportunity to say one smart cookie because the name of my company is called Smart Cookie Coaching. I look forward to saying, and it's the Rose Show live with Rashonda Pratt, because that is what her brand is. So y'all like that? I'm gonna be that when she like gets on TV and does all that stuff. I want to say, and now with the Rose Show live. So Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. It is amazing to see all of you on here. And I want to, number one, use some of the things that we have at our tools. If you look on the bottom of your screen, you will see something called reaction. If you are on your phone, you have it as well. If you're on your computer, then you will see a little plus sign. That's the reaction. I want everybody who knows that you're in business because you love it to put a reaction of either a thumbs up or a clap or a smile or a heart. But I want to know that you love your business. I see hearts. I need to see hearts. I see celebrations. I need to see celebrations. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Chat room, come on. Let me hear you say that you are excited about your business. That's right. Now, the reason I want you to get excited about your business, because if you are excited about your business, then that means that your pitch competition or your pitch will be exciting, which means that the people who are grading your pitch or who are judging your pitch will be excited because they feel your passion. You have to have passion and presence. So there's 3 things that we're going to go over. All right, Jamel said in the house. That's right. So we're going to have, number 1, we're going to talk about passion, presence, and confidence. Number 2, we're going to talk about business model. And number 3, we're going to talk about the financials. So I'm going to leave the money stuff at the end because people get scared about money, but we're going to talk about that too. All right. So I also want to go to the caveat in the room. Yes, I am in my car. I just want to go ahead and say that. Yes, you do see the back seat. But what's the great part is there's no kids back there. So amazing. We won't be interrupted. But now, okay, let's talk about presence. Your presence and your confidence in your business is going to be directly correlated to how people will perceive what your viability of your business is. You ever think of, there's something called imposter syndrome. Now, with imposter syndrome, it's that fear of not being enough or being found out. It's that fear of, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. And you actually do. It's that fear or that fear of, oh goodness, this is going to fail and not doing your achievements. If you experience imposter syndrome, let me tell you, you're already the real deal. Because true imposters do not have imposter syndrome because they already know they're fake. So if you have imposter syndrome, you're the real deal. So when you're going through this competition, when you're doing this grant, when you're pitching yourself, have the confidence to know that you're already the real deal. Because that confidence has to come out in your business plan. That confidence has to come out in your financial statements. That confidence has to come out when you're on 5-minute video, when Rashonda's going to show you how to show up. It has to come out because we need to know you're real. Now, I know when, why do I want to say Anjanette, but it's Anjanette. When Ms. Dunbar, when she was talking, there were tons of acronyms. This goes into your business model, and I don't want you to get scared. She said something called SAM. SAM is a government database that you put your name into to register your system. She said DUNS. DUNS is nothing more than a credit bureau for your business. I'm gonna call it that way. So let's go over. I know many of you have already been in business, but I'm going to go back up a little bit about policy. And I wish I would have done this in person when we were in person. But let's go back into the formation of your business. When businesses are formed, you can choose your entity. You can choose if you want to be an LLC, which is a limited liability company. You can choose if you're incorporated, and you can choose if you want to say sole proprietor. This needs to be reflected in your business plan and why you choose it. Now, I'm going to talk about LLC and incorporation. When you are in an LLC or an incorporation, you are basically giving birth to a new entity. You're giving birth to your company. Sole proprietors, you're giving birth as well, but you're still connected by your social security number. You're still connected. But when you are an LLC or incorporated, you are now cutting that cord and saying, I know my business can stand by itself. So imagine we're going to go through the birthing process of a business. When you're birthing your business, you get something called articles of incorporation. It's just like you getting a birth certificate. You're going to get something called an EIN or a TIN. It's the same thing as you getting a social security number. You're going to get a business license. That's the same thing of when you grow up a little bit and you're a big kid and you get a driver's license, you're going to get a business license. That business license says that you're a big kid and ready to do business. So you're going to get that in the county of Richland County. Then you're going to say, hey, I need to get credit. I need to do something. So you take your social security number and you go apply for different things. You're going to do the same thing with your business. You're going to take your EIN number and apply under your entity of your name. The reason I say this is because this needs to be a part of your business plan. You have to show that you formed your business on solid ground, that you're not just out of stand, that you know exactly how you're going to make your money, that you know that it can stand on its own, and that you're going to be able to hire someone eventually who will be able to be a part of what you're doing. When you're doing this business plan and you're confident that you can do it, you got to show like, how am I going to make this money? So let's take, for example, you are a jewelry maker. When you're doing this jewelry, you have to say, I started Jewelry LLC in 2018 because I knew that there needed to be some sustainable type of jewelry for people to have that did not clog the system or the landfills and would be biodegradable. I mean, whatever your reason is. Then you go into a little bit more of it of, I know that I can run this business because I have 10 years of experience, of managerial experience or transferable skills. That shows your backing. Now you get into the money part of it, of I know that I can sell this bracelet for $10 and I make my money from this bracelet from being able to source locally. And every time I'm sourcing locally, I am only spending $2 on the bracelet. So I'm making $8. That means that $8 broken up into $4 goes into overhead of the business, and the other $4